These are the steps for learning the carving 360. So you want to come in with a lot of speed, you're going to dip the wingtip, you're going to carve through the turn, feathering the wing through the wind, and then as you get through the eye of the wind, you're going to sheet back on with the wing first. Once you've got a bit of power from the wing, you can start pumping your legs again. Sounds simple, but let's dive into 2 ways that you can learn the carving 360 really fast. First drill that I'd run relies on you being able to gybe, and it's literally just practicing some gybes that are real fast. So get a bunch of speed, don't switch your feet before going into the gybe, and just gybe away. Do a few of those, get that feeling of the board control, understanding how it feels to get through a fast gybe. And you can even sort of focus on how wide you can exit out of the gybe as well. So as opposed to just working your way through dead downwind and coming to the new side, try and carve real far, almost back to like a beam reach location on the exit. Even starting to head back upwind as well, just getting those tight carves happening and understanding what it feels like to move your board with speed. The next part is a bit of a choose your own adventure. So you can either work on the wingtip touching the water using either the Heineken gybe or some backwinding skills. And in reality, I think both options will help you in the long run. So the Heineken gybe will just give you a bit of an exit in case the wing starts to backwind and you're not familiar with that. Playing with a bit of backwinding will help you learn feathering the wing. So what you're going to do for the drill with the Heineken gybe, you're going to have plenty of speed, you're going to start turning into a gybe, you're going to get the wingtip to touch the water. That'll help you rotate into a turn. It'll also pull the wing back behind you as you rotate around it. And what you might notice is as you turn through the wind, the wing is actually going to fill with wind from the wrong side. And that's where you can just quickly throw it over your head into a Heineken gybe and then back to the new side, swap hands and just complete the gybe. It's a really good drill just to understand the wingtip touching technique for the carving 360 without having to understand completely how to backwind and get yourself in an awkward situation where the wing does backwind and it can throw you into some pretty nasty looking crashes. So the alternative to this one is to actually start playing with some backwinding, and this will help significantly with the next step of the carving 360, which is feathering the wing. Whilst it's not essential to have backwinding skills to do the carving 360, it definitely helps to understand how to feather the wing. So as you've dug the wingtip into the water, you've turned through the turn, you've got the wing in the new location sort of behind you as you're turning. What's going to happen is the wing is going to fill with wind from the wrong side, which means that you're sheeting, the way that you put power into the wing and take power out of the wing is actually backwards. It's inverted. So you're going to pull your backhand to you to take power out of the wing, and you're going to push it away to add power into the wing. It isn't necessary to know how to backwind with a whole bunch of power to get through a carving 360. If you've got plenty of speed, all you're going to be focusing on is understanding how to take power out of the wing and to keep it feathered onto the not backwinded side. So you're basically just going to make sure that that backhand sort of stays tight to your body, and that'll prevent the wing from filling with wind from the wrong side as you carve. So that drill is pretty much the same as the Heineken gybe one. It's just you're not going to throw the wing over your head. You're just going to carve through. And the safety exit for this drill is you can just turn back. So instead of completing the carving 360, if you get to the point where you start to feel a bit too much pressure in that wing, try and just reverse the turn and turn back through, even if you end up just going back downwind or even back through the gybe. That will prevent you from getting a whole bunch of pressure on the wrong side of the wing, getting it backwinded and throwing you into a bit of an awkward crash. After that, you've got the wing control, you've got the board control, so it's time to start attempting some 360s. So as I said in the intro, remember, plenty of speed, dip that wingtip in the water, carve through the turn, feather the wing, and then pull power into the wing first, and then pump everything out once you've got power through the wing. The reason I say that last step is often you can try to do everything all at once before you've got any flow over the foil, and a big stomp or a big, foot pump through the board is just going to cause the foil to completely stall out, and that's the attempt done. Sort of discovered recently, and I was sort of shocked that I didn't pick up on this sooner, but it's a really fun way to do it, and it's actually kind of easy. It's basically the same in the sense that you're still going to come in with lots of speed, but what you're going to do is, once you've got speed, you're heading in that downwind angle, drop the wing into the surf position, so grab the front handle. You can also encourage it with a little bit of a push on the leading edge, and you're basically going to carve into a carving 360 with the wing flagged out behind you. And then as you start to get close to head to wind, you bring the wing back up, grab the front hand, grab the back hand, power out. It's a super simple way to do the carving 360. Very accessible, especially if you don't have super strong wing control, because it really takes the wing out of the situation. And it could even be an easy way to bridge the gap from learning the carving 360 whilst also holding the wing. And if you're watching this and you haven't got your Gybe yet, I think you should go watch this video here. It will help you tick off that prerequisite before jumping into a full carving 360.